there, and welcome to another episode of Midnight Movie Mania. I'm your host, John, and with me is my co-host, Spike.
Hi there. I'm here.
Hi there. Right, so then, for tonight, we're doing a listener-demanded movie with with 60% of the votes. This thing won over Invasion of the Body Snatcher. We are doing The Blob 1958.
Yay.
So if you want to vote on movies, I'll put occasional votes from time occasional votes from time to time. You can follow us on Twitter at Midnight Mania Pod. Like I said, this thing won by 60%, quite a landslide actually. I mean,
yeah, that surprised me. Over Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Yeah. I thought Invasion was winning this hands over fists, but
oh well.
But the public spoke, so we're doing it. Now, before I press play on this thing, I could tell you two things about this movie. One, it was Steve McQueen's first movie, and two, it was about a blob. That's all I could tell you about this thing. I never saw this thing. I've seen the 80s remake dozens of times.
Oh, I love that movie.
I kind of knew the sort of posts that were going to come, like the cinema attack and the blob eating people and such. But I was kind of shocked how much this actual follows the 80s remake. I mean, obviously it's less gory and there's no actual violence in the thing, but it follows the 80s one follows this one and ramps up the gore and the violence and the deaths. So.
Yeah, I'd seen it a couple of times. Once as a kid, but we had a black and white television, so I just assumed it was in black and white. It wasn't until I was an adult and saw it in a theater that I'm like, whoa, this is in color. How did that happen?
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, I've
it was an old black and white movie, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I had it before sitting watching a movie and go, wait, this is in black and white, isn't it? Nope, it's in color. So.
And it's really good color too.
Yes.
The copy I saw it on HBO Max. It was really good. I mean, the copy that they have is excellent. It was sharp. It was bright. I was amazed.
Yeah, I think this was one of the first Technicolor movies. So there you have that one.
Yeah, especially 1958 for a cheap movie to be in color at that point was pretty remarkable. I don't know how they got around that.
Yeah, I mean, this is one thing that's shocked about this, how cheap this movie actually is and how nothing happens in this thing for a long ass time, and then instantly stuff happens. I'm like, can something happen here? I mean, nothing happens.
There's a lot of talking. Yeah, and then it ends in 5 minutes.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, all the action is shoved into the last 5-10 minutes. It's like, wow. I mean, and Steve McQueen, why was he deemed as a great actor? He is wooden in this movie. He is terrible in this movie. He is so bad.
He's just. I mean, I don't know. He got it from this movie. He got a job. He got the TV series Dead or Alive, or Wanted Dead or Alive. But I don't know how he got that job from this movie.
Yeah. Imagine seeing that. His son Chad and his grandson Steve Jr. can't act for shit either, so it must be a family tree. Because I'm sorry, but this movie, I was like, oh my god, give some emotion. You're like a plank of wood. I mean, he's like, oh, let's run to here. Let's get into my car. Let's run here. Let's run there. And I'm like, do something.
And for years, Steve McQueen would not talk about this movie.
Yes.
He refused to talk about this movie for a long time.
Yeah. I mean, I've got that on my notes here. He hated this movie, yet he had a poster of it in his house. I'm like, if you have a poster, so what was that all about?
Yeah. He must not have hated it that much. Maybe he grew to like it, because obviously it's a beloved movie at this point. You know,
that's true.
I mean, it's a schlock fest, but it's a beloved schlock fest. So
I suppose that's true. I suppose that's true. Although I've said it before and I'll say it again, just because something is old doesn't mean it's a classic.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, I don't get why this was deemed a B movie classic or a cult classic because, like I says, Steve McQueen is terrible on this thing. The writing is abysmal and nothing happens. So it's like, why is this deemed a classic movie, a cult classic?
It connected with the audience at the time because the teenagers won the day. You know what I mean? They were the heroes. It wasn't, the adults weren't the heroes. The teenagers were the heroes. So I think that's why I connected with audiences at the time because it made like tons of money.
Yeah.
I had no idea that it was going to. But I think it was just one of those flukes where it just happened to be the right movie at the right time and it clicked with the right audience.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, apparently this thing invented a whole new genre of movie, the quote unquote rock and roll teen. How to put this into? I don't know how to put it into words, but rock and roll movie basically, where it's the teens that saved the day, and that thing took over from the 50s to the 80s, and then it stopped. Well, actually, I suppose the 70s, because in the 80s it was kids, not teens, that were saving the day.
Yeah, because then it was the Goonies, and then it was kids saving the day.
And then in the 90s, you had smart kids such as Home Alone. You had the smart ass little kids who wanted to beat the living shit out of, frankly. But
that movie. Home Alone is just a terrible film.
Oh my god, the second one is even worse. I'm sorry. Why is Home Alone deemed a classic? I mean, I guess of a generation, it's a great movie, but is it? Kevin McCallum is a sociopath, frankly.
Yeah, that's another movie that it was the right movie at the right time because it was during the Gulf War that it was released, like just shortly after the Gulf War started, and everybody wanted just to escape to the movies, which is typical of that that time. Whenever there's something bad that happens, people want to go to the movies and feel good. And that was why it made all the money, not because it was a good film, because it was not.
No. I mean, I'm sorry. I saw it as a kid. I was 12 when I first saw this thing, and I went, God, he's a little asshole. So he's such a smug little shit. And I'm like, why is everybody praising this thing? It's so terrible. It's just. Ugh. And then the sequel came out, and I went to go see that thing, and I went, this is even worse.
Oh yeah, I never saw any of the sequels because I was like, the first one was enough. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, there's 6 sequels.
Good Lord.
There is.
That's too many.
They progressively get worse as they go on. It's like, ooh, God. The last one is called, what the fuck was that called? Home Alone. Oh, I have no idea. But basically, it's an English fat kid who's home alone, and the whole that is he's British, therefore it's hilarious. Yay! I mean,
okay.
Oh dear God! But anyway, back to this thing.
I'm surprised that this movie, The Blob, only had one official sequel.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised at that.
Oh, sorry. Have you actually saw the 1972 sequel, Beware the Blob? Done by Larry Hagman. Oh my God! Oh my God! I watched it while doing this movie, and oh sweet mother, it is. Oh my God! I would rather have root canal surgery than watch it again.
Oh really?
Without any anesthesia. It's so fucking bad. I mean, it's like
better.
Well, yes, because it's 20 something years later, but no. I mean, it's just as cheap and it's just as cheesy, but it's just, oh my God, it's so bad. It's on YouTube for free if you want to dig it up and look at it and like, oh my God, it's. As I said earlier, watching this thing, I barely took notes. Usually I take copies of notes, but in this thing, I took 5 pages. So
it's not very many for you.
No.
You usually have like 20.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think my record has been 60 pages.
Oh my God.
So Yeah, but this is like
I was
5
being
pages.
facetious, but apparently 20 is a
Mm,
low number.
yeah, yeah. Oh my God. So, and also watching this thing, I was getting flashbacks to when I was a little kid, like 4 or 5, and watching this on the staircase, looking through the banister, peeking through the crack in the door as my parents are watching this thing. As I'd done it as a kid, apparently I was terrified of Invasion of Body Snatchers. I was terrified of Invaders from Mars, and this, because the BBC must have showed this a lot in rotation in the 80s. So yeah, I remember sitting watching this thing and being terrified because I was getting at the end. I was getting flash. Oh my God, I've seen this. He gets a fight signature. I went, wait, I know this movie. So it must have been like
What?
locked away in the
Yeah.
subconscious. so so yeah, yeah. I mean, my mother loves B movies. She watches all these old B movies as
Oh,
a kid, when I was a kid rather. So that's where I get it from. This is where I get my love of B movies and my love of terrible movies. I get it from her. So
yeah. I used to. My sister always liked to watch like B movies. From the late night television type of B movie, and that's where I get my love for it because she was too scared to stay up and watch them by herself, so she would make me, her younger brother, stay up with her and watch these scary movies, and I just fell in love with them too.
yeah, yeah. I mean, there's something about a terrible movie that you know is terrible, but it's good terrible.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
not like I'll pull my eyes out and scratch them out sort of thing, but it's a good, like a Vincent Price movie. I could watch anything he's in
Oh
and
yeah.
guarantee it'll be a good movie. Well,
Yeah.
there's a
No, for the most part.
yeah, yeah, for the most part, and various other movies that I've seen. I'm trying to think of a B movie that I watched hundreds of times. Um, Oh, let me see. The original House on Haunted Hill. I've seen that dozens of times, and that was one of my favourite B movies. And The Bat,
Oh,
which I've mentioned before on this thing.
I love the Bat.
Uh, yeah,
That's
that's
a great movie.
so.
Oh, such a
Yeah, that's so bad, but it's so good. I
oh yeah.
mean, it makes you wonder: did Wes Craven steal the idea of the claw for Freddy from that movie?
Oh, interesting.
Because I'm thinking, I was watching it back one day and I went, wait a minute here, that's
Yeah.
a claw.
That
So,
creeping around. I just remember creeping around the door. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, let's get into this thing very quickly. So the cast, we have Stephen McQueen, not Steve,
Yeah. I know.
and Anita Cassalt, I think I pronounced her name. Directed by Irvin S. Yeworth Jr. Okay then. The plot: a meteorite falls to Earth, crash landing in a small town in America. Inside is a blob-like creature that devours humans. It's down to a handful of teens to save the town, if not the world, but can they do so? Find out here. So yeah, that's a brief plot synopsis basically for a short-ass movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'll press
It's
and play this thing. Oh, sorry.
it's like 112 minutes or something like that. It's
Mm,
not very long. No, it's
no,
not.
no.
It's like an hour and 12 minutes. Or an
Um,
hour 20 minutes. I don't know. It
uh,
didn't take very long for me to get through. It wasn't
an
even an
hour,
hour.
yeah, hour and 18, I think it is, minus the end credits and sort of stuff. I think it's an hour and 18. Yeah, yeah. I was stunned how
Yeah.
short this thing was. I'm like, wow. So on to the trivia. Steve McQueen, as I said earlier, had a poster of the movie in his house when he died, but allegedly he hated this movie. So what was that all about?
Yeah, I think he just grew to like it. He just was like, okay, I might as well,
Mm.
lean into it because
Yeah,
he
I
was
suppose
well
that's true.
known for that role.
Yeah, yeah, I suppose that's fair.
And
That
he don't.
and Bullet. I think this is 1-2 punch.
What was
Is it?
that?
That and Bullet. It says 1-2 punch,
Oh, yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that and A Great Escape. Actually, what am I saying?
Oh, that's true. Yeah. So when did he start? Well, he started in television shortly after this movie.
Yeah.
That's when he started Wanted Dead or Alive.
Okay, then. Okay, like I
That was
said, I know. There's only a few things I know about Steve McQueen. Was this was his first movie? He's in
yeah.
Bullet. He's in The Great Escape, and he was a wannabe race driver, I believe.
Oh yeah.
He did Le Mans, I think it was. He did. So that's
Well,
one of it.
during the movie, he took the director on a drive,
Oh, did he now? Oh, okay then.
and the director, what's his name? I can't think of it off the top of my head. Whatever you just said, was terrified. He said he did not think he was going to survive. That's how fast that guy was driving. So he was not fond of that little ride.
Interesting fact for you. Apparently, Steve McQueen was a heavy smoker, but the director didn't want his character Steve to be smoking because he was against smoking in the 50s. I was like, wow, he was against smoking.
Yeah.
I was like, doesn't everybody in the 50s, the whole doctor's going, here, have a cigarette, sort of thing. You're pregnant, there's a cigarette, you know?
Yeah.
You're going through cancer, there's a cigarette. I mean, you're a kid, there's a cigarette. Christ. So that must have been an interesting life for him if he's against cigarettes in the 50s. I mean,
Yeah. Well, he was also involved in a lot of Christian-based movie projects.
Yeah.
So that's probably where some of that comes from.
And that's why
Steve McQueen also wouldn't stop smoking while they were filming scenes. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, apparently there's a scene where he's got a cigarette behind his back. Can you see the smoke rising up behind his...
I didn't see the smoke rising up over his shoulder, but apparently it's there because several people have said that they've seen it. Yeah. So yeah, it's just hiding a cigarette behind his back. I'm like, good Lord, God. This man was difficult to work with.
Oh, wow. I mean, it's the same with John Carpenter. If you watch John Carpenter's Halloween, you can see cigarette wafting on screen. There's like 2 or 3 scenes where you can see cigarette smoke just wafting across the screen. It's like, wow.
Funny.
I mean, the part we spotted the most is when Laurie and I think it's Annie is walking to the bush where Laurie first sees Michael. He's behind the bush, and you can see the smoke wafting across the screen. It's like, oh my god. I mean, that's why in Halloween 2, Michael's mask is sort of yellow tinted, because apparently it was under the bed of the other producer, and she was a heavy smoker also, and it tinted the mask sort of nicotine yellow. It's been fun. So, Blobfest, which is held every summer in Phoenixville, PA. What is PA?
Pennsylvania.
Oh, right, okay. Which is a 3-day event ending with the reenactment of the cinema Panic Rush sort of thing, which would be interesting to actually see.
That would be fun. Did they have the same people like laughing as they did in the movie though, as they ran out of the theater?
Oh, I have no idea.
I don't know if you noticed that, but yeah, there's a lot of people laughing as they're running out of the theater. I'm like, there's a blob right behind you. Stop laughing.
There's a giant gelatinous thing that's eating people alive, and you're laughing. Really? I mean,
they're like, wee.
One thing that shocked me, the blob is a silicone mixed with red dye, which hasn't dried out to this day. Apparently it's in a 5-gallon bucket. I'm like, how is that still wet? It's like 50, 60 years and it's still moist. How the fuck is that thing? Oh my god.
And they bring it down to Phoenixville every so often for the Blob Fest.
Yes, I read that.
Which is awesome.
The title song was a top 10 hit for Bernie Nee, apparently. Or the Blobettes, apparently it was called. He was singing
the 5 blobs, was it?
Something like that. Yeah.
Or the Blob, he was singing or something like that. Yeah.
All 5 pieces.
Even though it was only one person doing all of it, but and it was written by Burt Bacharach. Who knew that?
Yes, that's another. And I wrote my let me see here. Steve McQueen took $2,500 instead of 10% of the profits, which was a huge mistake. This thing made $4 million. I mean, $4 million in the 1950s, that must have been a boatload of money, for crying out loud. I mean,
well, he did $5,000 worth of work, though. He doesn't really deserve more for this movie.
Oh, that's true.
If he worked a little harder, maybe, but not really.
Yeah, that's why he hated this movie so much, because he get stiffed big time. You get $2,500 instead of 40 grand. I mean,
Yeah, that sucked.
hmm. As it says, Elliot McQueen hated this. Da, 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 da. The title song written by Burt Bacharach. The budget for this was unknown, between 24,000 and 120,000. Apparently, there was a bit of argument on how much money this cost. So,
Well, yeah, the one was it the producer that always said that it was 240,000, but the director was like, wait, no.
Yeah,
It was
that's funny.
budgeted for 120 and we got it done for 110.
Yeah,
So
that's funny handshakes on the set here.
yeah, I don't know who to believe, but either way, it's a pretty cheap movie.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so how did they make a color movie for only $120,000 though? You know
That's
what
a
I
good
mean?
question, actually. I have no
Because
idea.
it's not cheap to not only make the movie but to distribute the movie. I mean, it would be expensive to do all of that. So, and the lighting that you have to have back then for color.
Yeah.
Now you don't have to have all that lighting, but that was all very expensive. So I don't know.
I mean,
I tend to believe the 240,000 more than the 120,000, but yeah, it's me.
Yeah. I mean, unless this was a tax write-off and they went, screw it, let's just stick it in colour and shit it into theatres or drive-ins, and we'll make our money back. And it made bank. So
the first weekend when it played in California, they were like, "Oh, wait a second, we got to change our tack on this because this is not going to work."
Yeah. Oh my God. So originally the title for this movie was Molten Meteor, but they changed it to The Blob because the studio didn't believe the United States public knew what molten meant. I'm like, come on. I mean,
oh my gosh, we're not that stupid. I mean, we kind of are, but we're not that stupid.
well, I don't know. I mean, License to Kill was supposed to be called License Revoked, but the Americans weren't sure what revoked meant, so it was License to Kill.
Okay. So License to Kill is a much better name.
Oh yeah. I mean, could you imagine that? But having your license revoked. Moving on.
Well, apparently the movie was originally going to be called. They're going to change it to The Glob with a G. But then there was some book that somebody had just published called The Glob, and so they were like, maybe we shouldn't do that. And then they went to The Glob.
Yeah, just call it The Blob. Screw it. This movie takes place on the 3rd of July, 1957, apparently. So there we have that one. I mean, I noticed in the police office there's like a calendar that says July.
Yeah.
I'm going, how do you know it's the 3rd of July?
Yeah, that's true. I don't think it was marked on the calendar. So
it wasn't. So, as I said earlier, this spawned the brand new genre of movies, that quote unquote rock and roll monster craze that stretched from the 50s to the arguably 70s, mid 70s. So, and this one made me giggle. Steve McQueen sued John Landis for his usage of him in his first movie, Schlock, because he used footage of the Blob and he didn't have any rights to it. So Steve McQueen sued John Landis, and I don't know what happened to there, but there we have that one.
Schlock?
Yeah, Schlock. One of the worst movies I have ever seen.
It was one of the worst previews I've ever seen. I've never even seen the movie.
My God. I mean, it works for like 20 minutes, 50 minutes, see? But after that, it dies on its ass. It is so fucking bad. Basically, it was a student film that was stretched out to an hour and 18 minutes, and it doesn't work. It just falls completely to pieces. I mean... yes, and the Blob goes from clear to blue to red as the more blood it eats.
Yeah.
So that was an interesting little fact.
Yeah, I noticed that when it was happening. I'm like, it's kind of gruesome. It's kind of nice. I like it.
Yeah. As I say, the budget is between $110,000 to $240,000, and it made $4 million. Apparently, it was released again in the 70s to bank on Steve McQueen's popularity. And what's that called? Towering Inferno, which I never knew he was in.
Yeah.
Maybe I've never seen Towering Inferno. So have I seen Towering Inferno? Probably. Yeah, no idea.
I've seen it a couple times. It's a really long movie.
Mm.
It's one of those movies that you're only watching it because you want to see the disaster at the end, and so you
Yes.
don't put up with a lot of drama.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
kid was just not interested in.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, wasn't that another fad of the 70s was disaster porn?
Oh, disaster films were great.
Like, Earthquake, Towering Inferno, Poseidon Adventure, Airport 79.
Yeah.
Around 70.
There was Airport, and then Airport 77, and then Airport 79. I think that was the last one.
Yeah, so that's a whole craze of quick, let's have a disaster and we'll make bank. So,
Yeah.
But let's get back to this thing. My first note I wrote, really, Steve McQueen's 18.
Yeah.
He looks 30 and every inch of 30. I mean,
yeah.
Oh my God.
How old was he? Wasn't he like 35?
28.
Oh, 28. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's way too old.
I'm going, you are
all
not
they
18.
looked old. I think there was like 2 teenagers that looked like teenagers in the entire movie.
I love the fact how one of the cops says they're 17-year-old. I'm like, they are not 17. My God. I mean, I know people looked quote unquote older back their days, but really, he's 18. My Lord. I mean, God, that's what I really do hate about this TikTok generation and Twitter generation. They go, oh my God, people were so old 10, 20 years ago. Yeah. I'm like, you little shits. I mean, oh my God. I love the fact how his girl, Jane, has none of his shit because she knows he's a player. All this shit about, let's go on to make out point. I've never been there before. Look at the stars. Oh, she's like, hands where I can see them, mate. I know what you're up to, sort of stuff. I love that. I was like, she's a smart woman in the 50s. Stunned. I mean, I just love she had none of his shit.
Yeah. And she was not a typical, like, I mean, she was to a certain extent, but she kind of defied the stereotypical 50s screaming girl, you know what I mean? Because she was willing to go with the boys and, you know, figure out what was going on, you know, and stuff like that. And she wasn't just like, oh, help me, you know what I mean?
She didn't fall once, which I was stunned at. I was like, hasn't she fell and twisted her ankle yet? But nothing. She was actually a smart woman in this thing. And we went, wow, in the 50s, that's progressive. So
yeah, exactly. She was not wearing sensible shoes for all that running, though.
Yeah, well, I suppose that's true. I've only seen it. What was with the fashion in this movie? What is with the little belt things at the back of the trousers?
Oh, that was very popular back then. Yeah, it kept them tight in the back.
Yeah, okay then.
It was a style thing. It was. Yeah. I noticed that too, actually. When you, it's funny that you mentioned that because I noticed that early on in the movie that they had those, and I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of remember those. I mean, I don't remember them personally, but I remember seeing them in other movies. Yeah, very popular with kids, anyway.
I mean, bear in mind, this thing was 21 years before I was even thought of. So, I mean, oh God.
This was only 10 years before I was born, so.
But yeah, like the fashion thing, I was like, wow, they actually wore these outfits. I mean, she was wearing the big flowy skirt sort of thing. I went, wow, I thought that was just for TV and for such, but I'm like, nope, they actually wore the big puffy dresses with the petticoats and such. And
I mean, not so much the petticoats, you know, but you know, not to school and stuff, but yeah, it was popular to have those big flowy poodles things going on.
I mean, I can see why in the 60s the miniskirt was so popular because it was short, tight, and easy to take on off, I'm guessing. So, you know.
Yeah, it was kind of a counter to all the clothing that women wore in the 50s.
Yeah. I mean, I get that myself. It's like, Christ. I've got down here, Killer Clowns from Outer Space ripped off this opening because it is exactly what happens in Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Exactly.
With the whole asteroid or meteor hitting the Earth and the old hermit with the dog and the lantern. I went, oh my God, Killer Clown ripped us right off. So, so yeah.
And then the police not believing the
Yes.
kids and blah blah blah, and them saving the day, kind of.
Yeah, yeah. I've got down here, why would you poke a space rock with a stick and then go, oh, look, there's some sort of clear gel, and then put your hand on it? It's like, oh, you blithering idiot. I was going, oh my God, he deserved to die, frankly. I mean, he was. I also got down here, the ADR in this thing is shocking. When all the stuff outside, the ADR is terrible. It's like there's a few seconds delay. I'm going, this is dubbed horrendously. So, oh my God. I mean, this is how bored I was. I was writing down random crap, basically. I've got down here, drag racing. Well, I guess it's the 50s, so.
Yeah, except they go backwards, except
Yeah.
The exhaust was going into the car, so obviously they didn't film it them going backwards.
I'm going, okay then, dear God. I've got to hear the acting is terrible. The old hermit deserves to be killed immediately. He was working my last nerve. His acting was abysmal. I'm going,
oh really?
Oh
I didn't think.
God.
I thought he did pretty good considering. I mean, he's in pain and everything. I thought he did pretty decent. That was his last movie, by the way. He died shortly.
Right. Okay.
But,
Just a fact.
Yeah, I thought he was like, I was like impressed because I'm like, okay, that's kind of the whimpering, I'm in pain kind of thing that was going on. I thought it was pretty good.
Okay then. I mean, the bit where he's walking to the roads and he goes, oh, help me. It's this gelatinous thing on his hand. And I'm going,
that was a little lower.
Get with the back seat. And they put the coat over him. And I'm going, oh my God.
Yeah, so, like cover him with a coat. Why? How is that helping at all?
I also got down here, the doctor is less than useless. He does nothing.
I know.
He goes, I'll give him this injection. Right. And then he gets a gun. I'm like, why would a doctor have a gun?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He leaves his door unlocked all the time, and yet he has a gun just in case somebody walks in. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I love the fact how he calls his nurse, and she begrudgingly shows up because it's like, I don't know, 7 at night. Yeah. I'm guessing the place shut because it's the weekend. So I'm guessing it's a 4th of July weekend, I'm guessing. So I'm going, wow, this thing is stretched. It's like they had a little teeny idea and stretched this thing for as much as they can, because it's just like, and then she dies somehow. How the fuck does she die? She knocks over the lamp and she's dead.
Well, then she falls over and then he grabs the blob gets her. Not that we have to assume, but because they didn't have the effects budget for all that. But
Yeah, that's very true. I go down here. The cops in a small town are pathetically useless.
Yeah.
They do absolutely nothing. I mean, I'm going, is this what Eisenhower America was like? I mean, all these idiot cops and smart-arse teenagers running amok, and people got to sleep at 9:30 at night. I'm like, what the fuck is happening here? What? I mean...
Because if somebody comes in, you'd think that if somebody comes in and says, hey, I saw somebody murdered, they would at least kind of take some notice. But they were like, oh, well, we'll check it out. But then it all seems like, yes, he was indeed murdered, and yet they still didn't do anything.
I mean, I love the fact that Stephen, what's her name, Jane, go back to the doctor's house, because he's seen the doctor getting eaten by the blob, which of course we don't see, and the door's locked from the inside. But how did they get out? Really?
Yeah.
I guess it's a blob, so it goes out the window, I'm guessing. Because how the hell did the cop get in the... never mind. But yeah, I was going... There's been a gun fired recently, because, oh my God, the gun's been fired, and he sniffs it.
Yeah.
And then the landlady made me laugh. I went, the guy's a doctor. He has a landlady? Really?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, and yet other people are living in this house. He's a doctor and he doesn't own this house that he works in.
Oh my God.
It just seemed terribly wrong. And apparently they filmed a longer piece with the doctor dying or being killed by the blob, but they thought it was too gruesome for the movie and they cut it.
Interesting.
So that exists somewhere, but I don't know if anybody's ever seen it. But they did film that, a longer version of that inside the building, inside the director's office.
I mean, I'm guessing it'd be on I'm guessing Blu-ray or DVD if the singles are actually released in Blu-ray. So
yeah,
maybe I should dig out and find out.
Yeah, I don't know if it exists still, but it would be nice if it did.
I've got down here, the prankster teenagers are complete utter dickheads in this town because all they're doing is like drag racing and drinking and oh my god, smoking, and standing in street corners. Oh my god, terrible. Oh my lord. I mean, they all go, oh my god, let's take down Steve because he drove past us. Really?
Yeah. Okay. And then they were all buddy, very shortly after that. I'm like, wait a second, you just kind of, I don't know, you disrespect him, and then now you're buddy with him. It doesn't make any sense to me.
I mean, I love the fact how they completely ignore Steve's girlfriend Jane. They completely ignore her. She's in the car and they're like, blah blah blah. They just shove her aside. I'm like, you fucking assholes. What charming is that?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I've got down here, the acting and writing is terrible. Oh my god, the bit let's get him because he drove past us. Let's go to the doctors, blah blah. I'm like, who wrote this crap? It's so...
And did you notice how many times they say the name Steve in this movie?
Yes.
It's like every time they address him, it's, hey Steve. It's like, don't do that, Steve. Blah blah blah, Steve, blah blah blah. It's like, it's throughout the entire movie. I literally went online to find out how many times it was said during the film. It was said 50 times in the film. Wow. 50 times in the little bit of dialogue that's in this movie. So
I had it down as 40 or like 47 or something like that. Oh my god, 50 times. Wow.
That's just ridiculous. That's like one every 2 minutes they say his name.
Yeah. Oh my god! But like I said, this movie, I was going, if this is their version of Terrible Teens, wait till the 70s hits. Oh my god! Wait till the 80s hits. Oh my god! Wait till rock and roll hits. My lord! I mean, no wonder the Bible went completely insane if they thought these teenagers were rough and ready. My lord! God. My lord. The British invasion hits, then you're in deep shit. I've got down here, they better not kill the hermit's dog.
They didn't end up killing it. I thought for sure the dog was dead. Yes. I couldn't remember if he survived or not. But he did. But he didn't really survive. I mean, we assume he survived. He couldn't have. He might not have. He just saw him running down the street, so.
I do love the little piece of ADR they have where they're in the supermarket and the dog's barking at me, and she goes, oh my god, the dog's dead. I'm going, that is terrible ADR. I take it that was added after sort of thing. I was like, no, that's
there's
awful.
a lot of moments where that dubbing was terrible.
Oof.
But, oh my gosh, like afterthought stuff just thrown in the movie here and there.
I've got to hear Midnight Movie Fest. Yay! I would love to actually do that because we had a cinema in the city centre. Unfortunately, shut down, 20 years ago. And it had midnight showings of various movies. They also had midnight all-nighters. It started at midnight and finished at like 5, 6, 8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. And I had loved going to them. I mean, oh my God, they were so...
Yeah, that's fun. Here we have an annual 24-hour movie marathon, sci-fi movie marathon. We used to have a horror marathon, but I don't know if we still do that. But the sci-fi marathon still goes on, 24 hours worth of movies.
Ooh,
it's been going on since the 80s, I think.
Cool.
It's a lot of
fun. I did find out that there's actually a few drive-ins in Britain.
Oh, really?
I think there's a grand total of 10 in the entire country.
Oh, that's so sad.
Yeah.
I have one just down the way from me. So.
And Scotland has 2. Isn't that nice?
That's terrible.
So, yeah. I mean, there's one about 50 minutes from here, but fortunately, I don't drive and I don't have a car, so.
Well, it's interesting because I just thought that was a uniquely American thing, drive-in theaters.
Mm, no,
So,
no, no,
huh.
no. I mean, I know in Britain, we have the old Victorian theatres that were turned into cinemas, and we have all these like vaudeville houses that were turned into cinemas.
Oh yeah,
So maybe, I mean, besides Britain's not much space in Britain to
yeah,
have gigantic open space
right,
um, car parks in essence. So
yeah. Oh,
so yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
Okay, I did not know that.
Mm, mm. But yeah, like I say, there's one about 50 minutes from here that has specialised events, and I would love to do this thing. They actually have the whole thing where the speaker goes on a window, you wind down a window and put it on a window
Oh,
sort of thing, and they have like
yeah.
the curbside diner experience with little trays and such, and I'm like,
Oh,
well, I
nice.
love to do that, but unfortunately I don't have a car and I don't drive, so
Yeah.
yeah. I suppose I have to stick to my multiplex, the can 15 screen multiplex with a fucking
Yeah.
200 fucking foot screen sort of thing. So you know, I mean, and the
I'll
4K
drive.
projectors.
I'll just drive to where you are and pick you up on the way over.
Oh,
I'm sure my Kia will make it.
oh yeah, all the way across the water. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's like in the Muppets where they say, we can't drive to France. It's too far." Oh,
Oh
that's
my
I
lord.
just said, oh gosh, that's a funny line. Okay, enough about the Muppets though.
Fork in the road. So yeah. Anyway, yes, the hermit is killed off screen, but of course, because he has this weird thing over his hand and it's starting to grow over his hand. So the doctor pulls out a random injection and was going, aren't you even going to take his blood pressure or pulse rate or nothing? You just go, oh, let's just give him this. The doctor and nurse is next, as I got to hear. The nurse throws acid at the blob, but it has no effect. Neither does bullets because the doctor pulls out his gun and shoots it with his gun.
Yeah. Did you
And
did you did you catch the type of acid that she was throwing on the blob?
yeah, I'm about to say that it's used for genital warts.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, then.
Oh, I love
There's
that
a
little piece
big,
of
big
trivia.
bottle and stuff. She just throws it. I'm like, oh my god.
It's not doing anything. It has no effect. Oh gosh, that was funny.
Oh my god. I love the fact how the doctor's a complete idiot. He gets chased, quote unquote, chased by the blob out of his little waiting room. His waiting room, his little surgery room. And
Oh
he
yeah.
runs to the phone, but he shuts the door and puts his back against the door. I'm like, you fucking idiot! Why you put your back against the door, you fucking moron? Oh my god. So the blob is now dark red and the size of a large chair, as you do.
Yeah.
I mean, I just love the fact how it starts off like relatively small, but size of a football, and then it gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's
Yeah.
like, ooh. So,
That was very clever. I loved how it turned more and more red as it.
yeah, 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 yeah. I've got down here the two idiot cops. The whole town is run by what, 5 policemen? I mean,
Yeah, and a fireman apparently because he was very involved too.
yeah,
Overly
five,
so.
yeah, you've got 5 policemen, about 3 firemen, and one old guy with multiple outfits. I love the fact that he goes, "Oh my god, it's an airplane siren!" He puts a hat on. Oh my god, it's a siren, and puts. I'm like, oh my god, what was all that about? I was like, what in the feck was?
It was the only overt comedic point in that entire movie.
Yeah,
There was
that's
no
good.
no other comedy in that movie except for that one scene, and it had nothing to do with the film.
Yeah, yeah, ridiculous. I've done here the cops blame those darn kids and shakes his fist at the thing. I'm like, oh my god, this movie is so 50s. It's unbelievable. I mean, oh my god.
This started the trend of shaking your fist at the teenager. It
Darn
wasn't a
kids.
cliche until after this movie.
Oh my god. I've done here, why would a doctor have a landlady? I mean, that had me on the floor. I'm like, why in the hell is a doctor, the one doctor in this entire town,
Yeah.
have a landlady? Wouldn't he own his own bloody house? The Oh
I
my
would
God.
think. Good heavens, he has to be rich. He's probably the richest person in the town. Maybe his landlord is the richest person in the town.
Yeah, yeah. I've got to hear Mrs. Potter, the landlady, is a nosy old bitch, frankly. She goes, "Oh no, he's going to some conference this weekend and blah 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 blah. He'll be at some town and this and
Yeah.
that and telephone this and telephone that." And then the cops phone and wait 4 hours before they do
Right.
anything. I'm like, you fucking lazy sons of a. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Oh my God. I mean, by the end of this movie, I was literally tearing my fucking hair out of this movie. I'm like, what is. Nothing is happening here. How the. Is this a classic movie? I mean, oh my God. I'll go down here. Two mechanics. Oh no, they're next.
Yeah.
As they're talking about. What the hell are we talking about? Fishing and fixing cars up and
Oh,
general crap, frankly.
yeah, that's right. Going to a cabin or something, and oh yeah.
Mm,
And then we didn't end up really seeing anything. You know what I mean? Which was kind of
that's
disappointing in that scene. He just kind of, shakes his feet, and that's
mm,
about it.
mm,
It's like, oh, well, that's kind of a letdown.
yeah,
Wanted to
yeah.
see something.
I mean, they could have had the blob over his sort of torso, his face and his torso sort of thing, and then have it drag him out of camera. I mean, that would have been sort of cool to see, but nope, he's just dead. It's
Yeah,
like,
he
meh.
is dead. Yeah.
It's like a fart in church. It's like, oh, he's dead. Or fart in the wind. It's like, yeah. So, what else now? Da, 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 da. So Steve's arrested and Daddy saves him. I love the fact how they call the parents. You darn kid, we're going to call your parents. Oh my God. And the both parents show up. I'm like, wow. Then he gets grounded. I'm like, he's 18. I mean, oh my God.
Yeah, and it was, I don't know, they did not respond like typical parents would. What, you're saying you saw someone murdered? Well, you go up to your room and you think about what you've just said.
Oh my God. It's so, oh, that's just so bad. I was thinking to myself, wouldn't that father put him in military service? I mean, because wasn't there like a war going on? Or was that before the Vietnam War?
Oh, that would have been before.
Right, okay then.
Yeah,
Okay then.
58 would have gone well before.
Right, okay then. Okay then. I thought the Vietnam started in 55 and stretched all the way to 70 odds, but yeah. Anyway, moving on. Moving on. Yeah, I mean, I was going, shouldn't he be in military service by now? The little if he's such a darn kid,
Yeah.
shouldn't he be in military service? Anyway, so the cops are beyond lazy and do nothing. They wait until the morning before they start doing anything. I'm going, you lazy shower of. Oh my God. They're sitting there going, haha, Dave, you're an idiot, and haha, don't forget to see this. And I'm like, what is with this whole banter stuff? Because we'll wait until the morning. We'll have to wait 4 hours before we contact such a town because, of course, there's no mobiles or cell phones. So, and there's no radios apparently because, I
Yeah,
mean,
right.
I was like,
Why did they just? Oh, I don't know. I guess they had to wait the 2 hours for him to even get to the town before they could check on him. I don't know. But still, they couldn't. Yeah, it was stupid.
And of course, there's no freeways. This was all dirt roads, I'm guessing, and back roads and such. So there's no freeways because wasn't it freeways was it the early 60s when they started doing freeways?
I think so. Yeah, early 60s. I think there was some beginnings of it in the 50s, but I can't say for sure.
I mean, this is me stretching.
I wasn't alive.
This is me stretching back to my history in high school.
Yeah.
They talked about various things and how after World War II, America was flush with money due to Japan being dead and Britain and Europe on its knees. So America had to have the money and the power and the superpower because there was no competition because they bombed Japan the next week. And Britain was bankrupt by World War II. And Europe was bankrupt by World War II also. So, and this is why they had money for the freeways and the various other stuff. So,
yeah.
Anyway, I don't hear. Jane sneaks out and is stopped by a robotic little brother who talks with teeth. I was like, oh Jesus, what? And he can act for shit in this. I'm like, Oh my God, what did they get him from? I mean,
Oh, I have seen him before, though. This is not the only thing I've seen him in. So clearly he was an actor of some sort, but just not a very good one.
yeah, well, I think you can sit for the entire cast. He's an actor of some sort, but not a good one. I mean,
Yeah.
oh my God. So Steve sneaks out next. I've got to hear something fucking happened. We're 46 minutes into an hour and 18-minute movie, and fuck all has happened. Something. God. I mean, I love the fact how the little brother is downstairs all night, and the mother and father's like, "Oh my God, where's Jane and where's what the hell's the little brother, Dave or something ridiculous like that?"
Yeah.
And they find him downstairs. I'm betwixt the family. I'm like, oh, for feck's sake.
I got the family. Yeah.
Yeah, God.
Guarding you from what? I don't know.
I love the fact how she goes, would you like a little doggy? And he goes, yeah, we'll have a doggy. I'm like, you're going to steal that poor dead man's dog? That's a bitch move, right? Oh, my God. So Steve tries to piece together what happened and what he saw at the doctor's office, because Jane didn't see it because of course not, she was in the car waiting, and she pulls it out of nowhere. It was UFOs. I'm like, well, that's the 50s, so I mean, Roswell was what, 10 years earlier, so yeah. And wasn't the whole US UFO thing, Project Blue Book and such, wasn't that around the late 50s? So
yeah, that'd be crazy. Yeah, it was. I was surprised that she was like, oh yeah, I didn't see anything, but she never talked about the fact that she saw the blob.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was going, say you saw the weird thing on your guy's hand. Nope. Nothing.
Nothing. I'm like, okay, nice support there you got.
Yeah, oh my God. I was going, say something at least, but nope. I love how Daddy goes, oh, I'm so ashamed of you, and takes her out of the police station. I'm like, oh my God, who wrote this? I mean, I've got down here, who wrote this crap? Something fucking happened. So they head to the cinema, and the movie they're showing is a fake movie. The real movie was what was it called again? The Daughter of Dracula was the real movie.
Yeah, something like that. That's not exactly right, but yeah, something like that.
Which I believe is a 1938 lesbian vampire movie where she goes for women instead of men. It's a whole scandal thing, so it was. Yeah. So,
interesting. And it was apparently there's two versions of the movie. There's the original movie, and then it was recut for like an American audience, and then dubbed. And that narration that they were doing on the movie, even though it sounded super cheesy and fake, was totally real. It was actually a part of the movie, and it was Ed McMahon who was doing the narrating. It was Ed McMahon's voice.
All right, is that weird movie, but not the vampire movie, but the bit where it was like a little boy and the father sort of thing?
The actual movie that they were showing in the theater. I'm sorry, I thought that's what you were talking about.
Oh right, no. Yeah, because apparently there's two different movies. There's Dracula's Daughter, or whatever the thing was, and there's like Dementia 13, I think it is the other movie.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, and they splice the two together, sort of thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've got to hear big set piece time. Yay, the cinema attack. Nope. Also got down here, the vampire and the robot poster is actually Forbidden Planet.
Yeah.
Starring, what's his name, Leslie Nielsen, before he became comedic Leslie Nielsen.
Right.
So, interesting. And down here again, something fucking happened. I love the fact how they run into the cinema and they're all going, oh wait, I paid, what was it, 58 cents for this thing?
80 cents.
What the hell it was? I'm going, wow. Can I go back to the days when it was like pennies to get into the cinema?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
10 cents.
Yeah, my God. I love so that was in Schlock, where they have like this ice cream machine, and next to it is a Coke machine, and the ice cream was 10 cents for an ice cream, and the Coke was 26 cents. I'm like, why is the Coke much more expensive than ice cream? Shouldn't it be?
Yeah. Not in that world.
Oh my God.
I remember when you could get a Coke for like a quarter from a machine.
Oh my God. I'm trying to think. God, in the 90s, we had Coke for like 20 pence, something ridiculous like that. So 25 pence. I mean, now it's like what, a pound 90 for a Coke. I mean, ridiculous.
It is.
So the teen gang tried to warn the town, but the whole town is in some sort of, I don't know what the hell that was, swingers party, because they're all drunk and there's like all these women and all the men are all over the. I'm like, what is this, a swingers party? What the? I love the fact that they're all trying to go to like a drink, and he goes, "No, sir, we're here to warn you about the giant blob." And, yeah, who cares? There's a drink. I was like, what the frick? So Steve finds the hermit's dog at his dad's supermarket. I finds it open, which I think is weird because apparently some old guy janitor locks it up once he's finished, and I'm going, okay then. So one guy has to sweep up that entire supermarket. Wow. I find it's completely empty, but oh no, the blob is in there, and of course Jane. What should they fall over her feet? What the hell happened? She just falls.
Yeah, she was surprised. She was startled because she wasn't expecting to see it, and she falls into all those cans. That's the only girly thing she did in the entire film. The only like stereotypical girly thing she did was when she fell over and was like, "Oh, help me." You know.
Oh, a phone! I can't get up. Yeah. Okay, so, and Steve, of course, carries her off as you do to the freezer. And the cold harms the blob. Finally, something is happening. Yay! I mean, we're what, an hour into this thing. There's like 20 minutes left, if that. So something is happening. So the teen gang then phone the cops, and the cops, of course, don't believe them because those darn kids have been pranking us all night. How dare they prank us? I'm like, oh my lord.
Prank keeps getting more and more sophisticated. I don't understand it.
Oh, I was like, this is so. So the gang then drive around the town and lay on their horns so we can get everybody up. And then sirens. How the fuck did they get the air raid sirens? I'm like,
how did they do that? I don't get that at all. I'm like, wait a second, they don't have access to that. Yeah, that was a bit much.
Then of course there's the what the hell that guy was, the town, what the hell was it, the hats and the outfits. I'm going, what are you? So I mean, I get in Britain we had home guards, which do similar things, but we're basically retired soldiers.
Yeah, we had civil defense. They would do probably similar things. You know, like if there was air raid siren or if there was, this was the 50s, so you know, nuclear bombs were an issue then. So you know, they had special drills for that and stuff.
Duck and cover under the table because nuclear fallout won't get you under a table. Yes.
Cover that.
Oh my God. Those darn Ruskies. Oh dear God. Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah. Oh my God. I mean, let me see. The 80s were still talking about, oh my God, the Cold War and such. Yeah. Because I remember sitting in school and we were talking about Chernobyl and how that completely fucked up Europe's gene pool because the fallout went all the way across into Britain. I'm like, wow, so it was like a fucking nuclear cloud hanging over parts of Europe. I'm like, you wonder this generation's fucked. I mean,
exactly.
Jesus. Let's see here. So the whole town mind shows up at like, I don't know, 12 o'clock at night to this supermarket, and they're going, oh my God, those kids are pranking us. And the one inept cop, Sergeant Dave shows up.
Good old Dave.
And I'm going, you go back to your homes because I'm the surgeon. I'm like, but they've taken the piss out of you earlier, saying you're useless and pathetic, and you're supposed to be in control of the police force. Yeah.
And the thing is, during his little speech when he was talking to all the people, he like basically told them nothing, but got them like worked up their fear. He was like, there's a situation. I can't tell you what that situation is, but there's a situation and you need to be aware of it. But I'm not going to tell you anything. You just go back to your homes. That's basically what he said. I'm like, okay, that would not make anybody go back to their homes.
Nope.
Whatever.
I mean, I've got down here, I'm surprised the townfolk don't have pitchforks and fucking torches and shotguns. I mean, I was like, what the hell? So
kill the blob.
Oh my god. So Sergeant Dave somehow gets the townsfolk to head home, as you do. I mean, he goes out to the fire marshal, get them all away, go and shoot them all away. I'm like, you're a lazy son of a And he sends in some other police officer and he goes, the supermarket is empty. There's nothing in there. So where did the blob thing go? I don't know. Try the screaming ding down the road. So there's a whole town of teenagers running out of the cinema. So I'll get in here. Finally, the blob attacks the cinema, and the blob is now man-size as it oozes from the air vents and attacks the projectionist in these little projection thing, and it's now the size of him. I'm like, ooh, it got big.
And I was disappointed again that they didn't show any of the chaos inside the theater.
No.
They showed nothing. It was very disappointing. I'm like, just at least show us it, going down a stairwell or something towards people, or, even if it was just, a back screen, of kids running away from it or something, could have been something.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
they get nothing there.
I love the fact how they send in one inept cop and he goes, oh my God, the sheer horror of it all, the devastation of it all. And I'm like, so what happens? I mean, what is going on here?
Yeah.
Nothing. So, and then they go, how are we going to stop this thing as it sort of, then next thing it's around the diner. So I'm like, how did it get from the cinema to the diner? I mean,
they didn't really, did they show it moving at all from the theater to anywhere?
Nope.
Or did it just show up at the diner?
It just attached itself to the diner, and that's it. I'm going, oh, Ghostbusters 2. That's where I got that idea from. I was like, oh my God. I've got here, the blob is now the size of a building, and these effects are beyond cheap. As the miniatures and the, I don't know, I mean,
when it climbed up onto the, diner, I mean, you can literally see the shadow of the blob, like, in the sky above the, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's like, because they just used a flat picture and they, they put the blob on top of it and filmed the blob on top of it moving. But you can, the lighting is just so that you can see the shadow, like, on the sky when there would be no shadow on the sky.
Oh God! See, I read years ago that apparently they had a postcard, and they were stabbing holes in the postcard, and then had the blob oozing out of the postcard to look like it's been like attacking various things. And I'm like, well, show that then, for crying out loud. I mean, show something for. Oh my Lord! So I've got in here, Steve and Jane run to the diner, and the blob is all over it. And the little brother's going bang, 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 bang with his little, cap guns, and I'm like,
how did he get there? Are his parents that irresponsible that they would have brought him with them? I don't know.
Oh God, all I know is, I mean, I was going to die of little shit or something. Anyway, so it's so terrible. So it's been, but yeah, I was going. Finally, something is happening, but. So Sergeant Dave drops a power line on the blob, but it sets the diner on fire. I'm like, but if the blob is indestructible, how the fuck was the diner on fire?
Well, that's right. How did it get on fire? Did they show that? Didn't they show something about it starting a fire?
No, because we're going to shoot down the power lines. You corporal useless type guy, get your gun and fire it. And it shoots the power line. The next thing, the diner's on fire. But I'm going, the blob is invulnerable. How is it on fire? And then they'll run downstairs in the basement and they're going, oh, look, a fire extinguisher. Let's spray this stuff. And oh my God, the blob is reacting in fear of the the cold. And I was like, and he goes, do you have any more fire extinguishers? No, I just have the one. oh, you should be one fire extinguisher for that entire diner. I was like, you cheap son of a.
And it was in the basement. What
Yes.
good is it gonna do in the basement?
Yeah, I was like, oh my god. So they then tell them, get all the CO2 fire extinguishers in the entire town, and there's like 10. I'm like, really? The entire town has 10 fire extinguishers? Bloody hell. Freeze it, quickly freeze it, as the blob is getting sprayed with everything. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, it was fairly anticlimactic, I will tell you that.
Mm. And then
I don't know, they could have come up with something better.
As the townsfolk are just standing there doing nothing, as the one diner in town burns to the ground. I'm like, you couldn't get water or sand or blowing it. I mean, for feck's sake, do something for. Oh my god.
The fire department is right there.
Yeah. Oh my god. And then they somehow get it in a bucket and take it to the Antarctic and drop it in the cold, and it's like, we're safe for now? Question mark. I'm like, oh dear God. Global warming. Oh no. I've got to hear credits are finally rolling. This is boring, badly acted, badly written, terrible sound effects, and truly awful ADR. I mean, it is just terrible. This is just plain bad. Why on earth is this a classic? It is just terrible. I mean,
I thought it was fun, but I think I thought it was fun from the perspective of it's like the classic B movie. Like it's the one B movie that everybody would agree that they've seen or that they know of, or it's that movie. That's kind of, I mean, it's a fairly well done. I mean, I will tell you though that if it was in black and white, it wouldn't be nearly as interesting of a film.
Yeah, that's very true.
With it being in color, it made it more interesting. But if it would have been black and white, it would have been slow and plotting. It would have been very boring. Because visually, it would have done. There wouldn't have. You couldn't do much with it, especially with the Blob.
Yeah, that's very true. I mean, I'm trying to think here. Hammer horrors weren't in color until 1960, I think it was. So this must have been one of the earlier color movies.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm still baffled as I have not read as to why they did it in color.
I guess the only thing. Yeah, the only thing I think of.
I would want to do it in color, but the actual decision to make it in color, I couldn't find any information on it, because I was really interested in finding that out. Why they? Well, this was an independent film, though. This was not ordered by a movie studio. A studio bought it after it was made.
Yeah.
But it was an independent film, and maybe that's what made it. That's why.
Yeah, wasn't this bought for something like $50,000, $500,000 rather?
It was bought by Paramount for $500,000.
Yeah.
So considering that it only cost anywhere from 120 to 100 or 240,000, that's pretty good profit.
Made its money back right off the bat. Yeah. But yeah, like I says, I think the reason why this movie was actually made was for a double bill on a drive-in. They just thought, just shit it out in a drive-in, and if it makes money. Who cares? Because weren't these things like dime a dozen?
Correct. Yeah.
Things. I mean,
this was originally the second billing for a double feature.
Yeah.
With what was it? I Married a Monster from Outer Space. But then they quickly realized that everybody was going to see the Blob and not the first build movie, so they flopped it. They flipped it, and Blob got top billing. But it was basically purchased to go along with, to be a double feature specifically for that. I Married a Monster from Outer Space.
Yeah.
Which is weird to think that they did things that way back then. We need a movie to go along with this movie for a double feature. What do we got on the docket? And then just go and buy a movie to go along with it.
Yeah, I mean, this was ridiculous. I mean, Ed Wood was the same with Plan 9 from Outer Space. That was a double feature with Clint Eastwood's first movie, I believe.
Really?
Back in 50, shit, when was that? 55, I think it was. And that was a double feature. So,
Oh wow,
because,
what a terrible double feature that would have been.
because Plan 9 has a weird history. It was released 4 times and didn't become successful until the mid 60s when everybody was on acid. So they loved the
Yeah.
thing. So, and then in the 80s, because of notoriety, the worst movie ever made, it was popular and it was cult and then it was a classic. And everybody watched this thing, it's terrible. And then they went, no, this is a great anti movie because it's a weird look at how movies were. I was like, no, it's not an anti movie. This is just a cheap piece of shit movie.
Just a bad movie.
Yes.
I've had the actual pleasure of seeing that on the big screen,
Oh my lord.
and it didn't make it any better. It just made it.
Oh, dear God. I mean, I've seen that movie about 5 times and did 2 podcasts on the thing. So, yay. I mean, I was
so sorry.
sorely tempted to do it for this podcast, but I'm like, no.
It would be hard for me to actually sit through that movie again.
Oh my God.
First time.
I mean, I've watched this thing, the 3 versions of this thing. There's the black and white version, there's the colorized version, which is fucking shocking, and there's the shiny 4K version, which shows every single flaw in this movie. And there is a lot of flaws in Plan 9 from Outer Space, my lord. You actually see the cockpit, the what do you call things, joystick things for planes are wooden. It's like wooden. Oh my God. And you can see the strings for the UFOs. You can see they're made of plastic. And oh my God. You can see it's a curtain, an actual curtain as a cockpit. I'm like, oh Jesus. And the outfits that the aliens were wearing are cosplay outfits for what do you call the things? Renaissance fairs.
Oh my.
They're actually wearing cosplay outfits for Renaissance fairs. Oh dear God. My lord. Anyway, so let's score this thing. 1 being dog shit and 5 being solid gold. I'm going to give this thing a 1 because this thing just drags and nothing happens. And then instantly something happens and then it's finished. That's the end of the movie. I'm going, Karen, how on earth is this deemed a classic? Because Steve McQueen was the post-boy from the 60s. I mean, is this why this was deemed a classic? Because frankly, it's not.
Yeah, he was not good. Gosh, I know this comes every time we end this podcast, and I can never come up with one. Okay, I would say a 3, but I only give it a 3 because it did start the whole genre.
Yeah,
and it deserves something for that. And I thought the story was fine. You're right. I think we needed to see the Blob more. I didn't think we saw the Blob nearly enough. But maybe they just ran out of postcards to plop it in front of. But it was good. It was good. It's not quite a 2, but it's close to a 2. But it's definitely not a 4.
Okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess if you've been watching this thing since you're a kid and you like this sort of 50s schlock stuff, which I kind of do and kind of don't, because I've seen a lot of these 50s B movies thanks to Elvira. But this one, I don't, like you says, why is this in colour? Shouldn't this be in black and white? If this is so cheap, why is it in colour? Right. I mean, unless they knew that, oh my God, Steve McQueen's a pretty boy, get him in colour now, and the girls will fawn over him. And
yeah, but he was largely unknown at that point. He didn't even. I mean, this was his first movie. He didn't have his TV series yet. I mean, nothing was going on for him. So I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. He was, yeah. I have no idea how that all happened, but
Yeah, I have no idea myself. Like I says, they must have just threw the dice and went, screw it. It's only $250,000. Who cares? We can probably make that back on
yeah.
the driving circuit. So yeah, screw it. Just do it.
Yeah.
Stick it in color and.
Yeah, and it might have been just the, something different, a teenage horror film, which was different unto itself, and just do it in color. I mean, they had $120,000 to work with, so, and they clearly didn't pay for a whole lot besides the color film in this movie. It's not like the effects were super expensive.
No, that's true. That's very true. Although in saying that, apparently, go back to Plan 9, that was filmed on Film Ends. Apparently, there was like feet and yards of old film. So that was filmed on. So maybe they done similar thing with this. I mean, I have no idea, but there we have that one. Anyway, let us wrap this thing up. So thank you for listening. Now, don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Midnight Mania Pod, as I've got the name of the bloody podcast. That's not sticking to space there. You can follow me on Twitter at Here's Johnny Sim Tonight. You can follow Spike on Twitter at
Spike Warden 1.
Okay, then. And you can follow us on Instagram at Midnight Movie Mania. And like I says, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and I'll put up the occasional movies that you can actually vote on. Like I says, this thing was 60% of the vote against a Vision of Body Snatchers. I forgot what it was called there. Vision of Body Snatchers. So that stunned me, frankly. I mean,
no, I'm sorry. I was shocked.
And our next podcast is going to be a 1980, was it 85, I think is Brad Pitt's first movie, Cutting Class, just in time for school going back. Yay. Which is a bizarre, I have no idea, comedy slasher. What the fuck is this? I've seen it like 5 times and I have no idea how to categorize this thing.
So I'm excited.
Oh my god. This thing, as I say, is 85, so this was one of Brad Pitt's earlier movies, if not his first movie, because his big break was Thelma and Louise 5 years later. So, where Brad Pitt plays a high school prankster / I have no idea. The first time I saw it, I was getting Saved by the Bell, Saved by the Bell lead character. I was getting him. But yeah, the slasher thing in this is like, okay then. So,
this will be fun. I love to go to old 80s,
Yeah. I mean,
the film.
The ending is just utterly ridiculous. By the way, there's a little spoiler, a little tease for you. There's a fight in a car workshop using power tools, and that's all I'm going to say. It is utterly ridiculous, and it's real power tools, by the way. They are using real power. There's a sander, and it's like inches from Brad Pitt's face. I'm like, oh my god, they're using real power tools, and it's inches from his face. I'm like, what in the fuck? So,
wow.
So yeah. That's all I'm saying is the ending fight scene is ridiculous, and I was stunned. They're using real power tools. I'm going, I don't care. This is his first movie. I don't care. Nobody knew he was going to be Brad Pitt, but you've got your lead actor, and he's got a power tool inches from his face, and what? Okay then. So, and then for October, I haven't actually picked what of October yet, so we'll have to discuss for October.
Figure that one out. We got some good ideas, though.
Yes, some cheesy ass ideas, which should be interesting. Exactly. And November, I'm sort of toying with this idea. I'm not sure. Since Doctor Who turns, 60 this year? Yeah. I might do either the 90s Fox Americanized TV movie or the mid 60s movie based on Doctor Who, starring Peter Cushing as the Doctor, or rather Doctor Who just happens to be a doctor who's named who has a time machine, what happens to look like a TARDIS. So I should do. But like I said, I'm sort of toying that idea, or we'll do something utterly ridiculous. So there we have that one.
I think pretty much all of these ideas are ridiculous on some level. So I think we'll be fine.
yeah. And then for December, I'm going to go back to the Muppets and do the Muppets Christmas Carol.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. You're going to hate it. It is so good.
Which I think I've seen parts of it, but not all of it. All I know is a musical, so we're on shaky grounds right there.
Yep, it's a musical.
Oh, my Lord.
I'm going to love the torture that you go through watching this movie.
Oh, my God. I vaguely remember somebody had it on VHS and brought it into high school. I remember watching it then, but we're not paying much attention to the TV because it was a musical, and I was like, who cares? All I remember is Michael Caine being a complete arse to the Muppets. Yeah. And I'm not a shrimp, I'm a king prawn, heat wave, and the sort of stuff. That's all I know about this movie. So
good stuff. Good stuff, I'm telling you.
Yeah. And to get my revenge for that, I'm going to pull out an obscure 80s Christmas horror. So so this will be I'll either be Christmas Evil or what was that called again? Do not open until Christmas. So
I'm not familiar with either of those, so that frightens me a little bit.
Oh my God. Oh, sweet bejesus. That's all I can say is sweet bejesus. One is a British classic with 3 directors and multiple producers because this thing was filmed over 4 years.
Oh my God.
The other one is one of trauma films, earlier movies. So, and
love trauma.
It's just, that's all I'm gonna say. Although, to be honest, Christmas Evil isn't that bad. I have it on Blu-ray, so it's not that bad. I mean, it's bad, but it's not as bad as it could have been. So,
that's a ringing endorsement.
I mean, if I'm going to shell money for a thing on Blu-ray, then it's not that bad a movie. So yeah, like I says, that's roughly what we're going to do for the rest of the year. So follow us, and we need listens basically. So yeah. And if you have any suggestions, tweet us the suggestions, and we'll do them next year. So okay then. Right then. All I can say is, if something falls from the sky, don't poke it with a stick and then get it in your hands. What the fuck you do? Bye.
Bye.